All right, guys, welcome back to the 35th anniversary of the NPC IFBB Steve Carr Las Vegas Classic for the 35th anniversary, and I'm here with Rachel, who's our DJ.
Yes.
How's it going, Rachel?
Hi, good. How are you guys?
Can't complain. So, what do you think about the show so far? How's everything running on the back end?
Honestly, on the back end, it's really great. The backstage is like a little small, but people are doing a really good job of just keeping everything organized, keeping all their things in place. We have a really good expediting team here, and the stage is beautiful. It's a really great backdrop. I think that's like one of the biggest things that I've noticed that's different this year, especially when I see photos, is that the backdrop is black with the little twinkle lights, so everyone just looks really good in front of it, instead of like some of the really busy backdrops that we see so often with like lots of graphics and like screens and stuff like that. So that's my favorite part of the show so far.
Yeah, it gives the athletes too, when you guys are actually live and seeing it, it's like they're actually the stars of the show. And you're seeing like the constellations behind it. So it gives them more of the spotlight versus all the backdrop and the graphics, which we love that. We love to see more sponsors for the shows, but at the same time, we don't want to take that away from the athletes, which you and what you do in the background behind the scenes and everything. You want to make sure their imposing music comes out on point, but also it gives them the spotlight without having much overflow.
Yeah, exactly. And for anyone who has routines, so that's my main job here, is just to make sure that routines play and they play on time, they play loud, that everyone has their songs queued up. And then, well, for anyone who doesn't have routines, we're just playing kind of house music, anything that's going to go on that just gets people hyped up, makes people feel good on stage so that they can pose.
Exactly. Now, is this your first time, or have you been doing more of the Steve Carr Classic? So the audience know more about you.
I did the Steve Carr Classic 2 years ago in 2023. And
that's right, I was there for that show.
Yeah, so that was my first show of the Steve Carr, but I've been DJing shows since like 2018. That was my first time doing it.
Awesome. Did you play a part with the Olympia at all this year?
No, definitely not. I was at the Olympia, but I was there with Axe and Sledge, my supplement sponsor.
Oh, that's perfect. Awesome. So what is the biggest thing that you would tell athletes when it comes to the shows? Most important thing.
Oh man, most important thing is just to be prepared. So if you're a bodybuilder, a classic physique competitor, or a women's physique competitor, so you have a routine where you get to choose your own music, that's a pretty great opportunity because most every other competitor doesn't get that choice. And you've been prepping you've been prepping for like 10 to 25 weeks for this show, right? So you get 60 seconds by yourself where you can pose to your music. And so it can be a popular song you really like, it can be something that you mix together, it can be anything, and that's your chance to get like videos. You know, we have Gilco here doing great videos. You can get that done to the song of your choice. So plan ahead, maybe before you get that kind of prep brain, like before the 4 weeks out, and submit your song then when you register for your show, probably around that 3 to 4 weeks out mark.
Yeah, and I've been a part of that, you've been a part of that too, so we know what it's like to coming into the last 4 weeks to 2 weeks, and then you like, oh my gosh, I don't have my music routine down, let alone the posing routine. I've been practicing all the mandatory poses, but I don't have a routine down, so that's why it's always important to even do this planning out like 12 weeks out.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be anything really choreographed. I think people can kind of get a little stressed about that, and it really doesn't have to be choreographed. The main thing is that you know all of your poses really, really well, and that you understand how to transition into them in a just smooth and cohesive manner so that you can have a video look good. So if you want to practice a choreographed routine, that's great. Plenty of people do. But I think just being really comfortable with the poses and transitions is the most important part. And also, most DJs really want you to submit an MP3, not a video, not a YouTube link, not a Spotify link, like an actual file, so that if the internet goes down, we don't have an issue.
Right. And I always used an app when it came to that.
Yeah, just Google it. Ask chat. How do I make an MP3? That's all you have to do.
Yeah, because I have witnessed that in the past when I was doing the West Coast Classic. I accidentally sent them a Spotify link to it. And then
I get that a lot.
That was during the time of COVID, so everything was just going crazy with, being on prep for so long. I was prepping for like almost 8 months. Because how much it got pushed back. But that's just an example, guys, what could happen. So I just played on, so I just still went on with my routine. It was just like a quiet, like silent movie style, but you still went on and performed with the show. That's something like, so you ever get in that position, just keep going with it, just keep doing your posing, and then just work on for the next show.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, Rachel, thank you so much for the insights. We really appreciate that. And stay tuned for more, guys, for the finals, for the interviews.
See ya.